as well as Crank and Rat Race. Eileen Lauder, Scott Kahn, who went on to do the TV show Hawaii Five-O, the remake, and Ron Lester, who is best known for his role as Spaz in the movie Good Burger. Also appeared in all the sketches of Good Burger on All That. Yeah. It's written by W. Peter If, and it's produced and directed by Brian Robbins, who also did the film Good Burger, and as well as many other films that followed. Yeah, that includes all the Eddie Murphy movies and one that produced all these Fred films, so on and so forth. The movie begins set in West Canaan, Texas. An intelligent, gifted backup quarterback for the West Canaan High School football team named Jonathan Mox Moxon, who's played by James Vanderbeek, who, despite it being so popular at school, making friendships with other players, and has a smart and sassy girlfriend named Joyce Harbert, who's played by Amy Smart, Marx is having a very hard time with his life. He wants to leave Texas in order to attend at Brown University, but in order to do that, he has to deal with his over-obsessed father, since he loves football so much, played by Thomas F. Duffy, and wants him to play on the team with a verbally abusive but very overbearing legendary coach named Bud Kilmer, who's played by John Boyd. And prior to this, he's been coaching for over 40 years, winning 2 state titles and 22 district championships. So this season, since this was part of his authority, was to win at all costs. He wanted them to win before something goes completely wrong. But that's what happened when their star quarterback, named Lance Harbert, who's played by Paul Walker, had all of a sudden having an injured knee and ends up in the hospital for only a few weeks, only to find out that he had some massive amount of scar tissue left inside his knee. So once Mox was very shocked about all this, Kilmer decided to hire him as a replacement to Lance by becoming the star captain and the quarterback. So during Marx's life, he decided to train for the team with his friends in order to win this season to earn their championships. So he had to deal with his father a lot and had to fight with Kilmer as it follows. And not be able to have a strong feeling by winning, also screams with his own father by saying he doesn't want his life. So he doesn't want to be part of this. Mox does still respect and obeys Kilmer by his own rules, but when Kilmer has aware that Mox has won a full scholarship to Brown, Kilmer had threatened Mox that he continued to disobey and disrespect him by having Mox's transcripts to be reversed by the decision of his own scholarship. But before all of this had happened, though, Mox's new life begins when he had to deal with Lance's beautiful blonde cheerleading girlfriend named Darcy Sears, who's played by Eileen Lauder, and she actually seduces him with a whipped cream bikini, underneath her naked body. This was actually part of the scene that was in the movie that actually worked pretty well. Darcy herself wanted to be able to marry Lance in order to escape a small town life. Once Kilmer's lack of concern for players have continued, resulting in the dramatic collapse of Billy Bob, who's played by Ron Lester, an overweight friend of Mox, who actually had a head injury, during that first play. And that's why he was having some problems keeping his head straight. He also ordered Charles Treater, played by Scott Kahn, happens to be a friend of Mox also, to replace him. He refuses, so this whole thing